Hello everybody, hope you are fine. In my last video of haloalkanes and haloarenes, I have discussed up to the nature of CH bond. Today I will start from method of preparation of haloalkanes. First we will start from alkanes. We can take the example of methane CH4. If we add chlorine 1 mole in presence of light and the temperature 298 Kelvin, then that there will be free radical substitution of this chlorine by one hydrogen atom. So we will get methyl chloride plus HCl. Next, this methyl chloride will again react with chlorine with same condition, that will form dichloromethane plus HCl. Again dichloromethane will react with chlorine and form chloroform or trichloromethane plus HCl. Next, this chloroform will react with chlorine again in presence of light and 298 Kelvin temperature, will form CCl4 plus HCl. So here we will get a mixture of compounds. But if you want to stop the reaction, so you have to take the alkane excess. Then if the amount of chlorine is less, so we will get only one product. Next, if you take some unsymmetrical alkane like propane, then if we give chlorine and HNO and temperature is almost same, that is 298 Kelvin, we get two types of product. One will be CH3 CHCl plus CH3 CH2 CH2Cl. So this one is 2 chloropropane, another will be 1 chloropropane, and the percentage of this 2 chloropropane will be major, that will be 55% and this will be 45%. Now if we take another example like this one, if we give chlorine and HNO, we get this type of halide compound. This is called neopentyl halide. This is neopentane, we are getting neopentyl halide. Now if we take bromine here also, then we will get the two type of product. One will be this one, 2 bromopropane, and there will be 1 bromopropane, and definitely this will be the major. Now what will be the mechanism of this type of reaction? The mechanism is very easy process and it is a free radical substitution process. If I draw the mechanism, then you can easily understand. First, when we are taking the chlorine in presence of light or heat, there will be homolytic cleavage of this bond and formation of Cl dot, that means free radical, and this step is called initiation. Next, this Cl dot will react with one methane and we will get HCl plus CH3 dot. This step is called propagation. The chain type of reaction, so this is chain initiation, chain propagation. Next, this CH3 dot will react with one chlorine molecule. And in this way they will form CH3Cl plus Cl dot. This is also under the propagation step. And finally there will be termination. These two Cl dot will attach each other, form a Cl2 bond, and CH3 dot also react each other, forming ethane. And there may be also formation of CH3 dot plus Cl dot forming CH3Cl. These are called termination. So these are the mechanism behind this type of reaction. Next, only chlorine or bromine will react. Iodine may also react, but the type of reaction is reversible. If we take CH4 plus I2 and if we apply heat or light, that is reversible reaction, that will form CH3I plus HI. And if we destroy this HI by using hydrochloric acid or HGO or nitric acid, then we can get this ethyl iodide. So here we are giving that 5HI plus HiO3, then we are getting that thrice I2 plus thrice H2. So in this way we can destroy this HI and we can get the methyl iodide. Now if we think about the fluorination, direct fluorination is not possible because the type of reaction is explosive. So generally it is not done. And here the reactivity order is fluorine is greater than chlorine, then bromine, then iodine. Next, if we think about the chlorination of the allylic or benzylic system, there also we can do the same process. Here we have to add Cl2 and temperature near about 773 Kelvin, then we will get the allyl substitute chlorine, allyl product. If we take the benzyl or toluene, if we take, then we give that chlorine, and if we give light or heat, okay, or reflux with light, then we will get benzyl product. So in this way we can prepare this type of haloalkanes or next we will go the preparation of haloalkanes from alkenes. So next we will discuss from alkenes. First we can do the electrophilic addition. If I take CH2 double bond CH2, if we add HX, then here there will be addition of H in one side and that halide, that may be chlorine, bromine, iodine. This X may be chlorine, bromine, iodine. In this way we can get the corresponding halide from alkene. And the reactivity order is HI, then HBr, then HCl. We know because of the size factor, that is iodine size is bigger, so this bond will be weak and it can easily dissociate to form H plus and I minus. So in this way, by electrophilic addition we can prepare the halide from alkene. So here the type of alkene is symmetrical. if we take some unsymmetrical alkene like propene, then if we add H here, then there will be two type of product. One is CH3 CHBr CH3 plus CH3 CH2 CH2Br. But which one will be the major product? This one will be the major product, 90%. That is 2-bromo-propane, and this is 10%. So this is the major product. But if we use peroxide, organic peroxide here with HBr plus we are using benzoyl peroxide. Then we will get this is the major product, and 2-bromo will be the minor product. So what is the reason for it? So to understand this thing, we have to understand one rule. That rule is called Markovnikov rule. The above reaction follows the Markovnikov rule, and the below reaction follows the anti-Markovnikov rule. What is Markovnikov rule? According to this rule, the halogen part or the negative part of the addendum of the hydrogen halide attached to the double bond carbon which has least number of hydrogen atoms. So here this is the double bond, here number of hydrogen is 1, here number of hydrogen is 2. So here is the least number of hydrogen atom. So negative part of the addendum will be added here, not here. So this is the Markovnikov rule. And whenever we are using that peroxide, that is called Kharas effect also, here just opposite, the negative part of the addendum is added to the where there are more number of hydrogen atoms. Okay. Now we have to understand the mechanism, what is happening here. If we take this alkene, then first HBr will dissociate to H plus Br minus. So there will be addition of H plus to this double bond. Then there will be two chances, formation of positive charge here and formation of positive charge here. Two possibilities are there. Now this one is 2 degree carbocation and this one is 1 degree carbocation. So this one is more stable. So in next step, the bromine will be added here. So we will get the major product as 2-bromopropane. So here from here for this mechanism we can easily understand that major product will form from the more stable carbocation. Okay. Next, if we take the peroxide, then there will be the free radical mechanism. First, there will be homolytic cleavage of this peroxide bond, and we will get the free radicals. Then this radical will dissociate, we will get carbon dioxide and pH dot. Here also same thing. pH dot plus CO2. pH dot plus CO2. Now this is the initiation. So pH dot will react with HBr and forming C6H6 benzene plus Br dot. And this step is called initiation step. Next, we have to take this Br dot the propagation step. So there is also two chances. Bromine can add here and add here or here. So if we add bromine in the middle, then we are getting that 1 degree radical, primary radical. And if we add bromine at the end, then we are getting this type of secondary radical. So 2 degree radical is more stable. This one is more stable. This one is more stable. Okay. This one is less stable. So you will get the product as major. So as 2 degree is more stable than 1 degree, so major product you will get from this 2 degree radical, and you will get the 1 brom proton. So in this way we can easily understand the mechanism of the peroxide effect or anti-Markovnikov rule. Now this peroxide effect is only observed in case of HBr and not in the case of HF, HCl or HI. Next we will start that preparation of haloalkanes from alcohols. So from alcohols. If we take any alcohol like C2H5OH, that is ethanol, if we add PCl5, phosphorus pentachloride, then we will get this C2H5Cl plus POCl3 plus HCl. Okay. So here PCl5 is acting as a chlorinating agent. In place of PCl5, if we take phosphorus trichloride, you will get the same result. So here you have to take thrice C2H5OH plus PCl3. You will get thrice C2H5Cl plus H3PO3. Now if you want to prepare that this chloroethane, if you want to prepare bromoethane, we can take PBr3. PBr3 is very much unstable, so we have to prepare in C2. That means we have to use red phosphorus and bromine. If we want to prepare ethyl iodide, then we have to take red phosphorus and iodine. So in this way, by using this method, we can prepare the corresponding halides from alcohols. Now we will go for the thionyl chloride method. Next we will discuss the thionyl chloride method. If we take the alcohol and using thionyl chloride, then we will get C2H5Cl plus SO2 plus HCl. So here we have to use pyridine. Now this method is named as Dargen's process, and this is the best method. Why? Because here the side products are gaseous products. Sulfur dioxide, HCl, both are gas. So if we give a little amount of vacuum, then we can easily escape this molecule and we will get this ethyl chloride free. So here no purification is required, and we can easily get this corresponding chloride by using thionyl chloride, and this method is the best method for preparation of alkyl halide or alkyl chloride. Next we will go to the preparation of alkyl halide by using halogen acid. So by reaction with halogen acid on alcohol, if I take ROH and give HX, then from here we can get RX plus H2. Now here what is the mechanism? If we think about the 1 degree alcohol, then the type of mechanism is SN2. Suppose we are taking this CH3OH, then we are adding HX. HX will dissociate to H plus X minus. So this lone pair will accept this proton, and finally we will get CH3OH2 plus. And now this OH becomes a very good leaving group by accepting this proton, and this X minus will attack from the back side. That is why it is called SN2. We get CH3X plus H2. But in case of 2 degree or 3 degree alcohol, the type of the reaction will be SN1, because here we have to think about the stability of the carbocation. So whenever we are taking that 3 degree alcohol, and if we give HX, then this HX will dissociate to H plus X minus. So this lone pair will attach or accept this H plus, give to the H plus, and there will be formation of H2 plus. Then this bond will break, and there will be formation of carbocation. If there is 2 degree or 3 degree carbon, that is very much stable, then X minus will add to here, and finally we will get the corresponding tertiary alkyl halide. So generally the reactivity order here is HI greater than HBr greater than HCl. But when we want to use HCl, we have to use zinc chloride. Zinc chloride will act as a Lewis acid, and it will help the OH for better leaving aptitude. Now this process is called Group's process. Here I can give you one example so that you can easily understand. When we are using hydrochloric acid or HCl gas, suppose we are taking this one and giving HCl gas. Here we have to give anhydrous zinc chloride, that will act as Lewis acid. You have to apply heat, then we will get the corresponding chloride and we will get water. Now if we take some tertiary alcohol, so in this case zinc chloride is not required, the anhydrous zinc chloride is not required. We can only use the concentrated HCl, and in this way we will get at room temperature the corresponding halide. But here if we want to prepare the neopentyl chloride from neopentyl alcohol, that means if I give HCl anhydrous zinc chloride and apply heat, then there will be formation of some rearrangement product. We will get a compound like this. So the best method to get the neopentyl chloride is the radical substitution method. Okay, so hope you can understand up to this. So next day I will discuss more about the preparation of haloalkanes. Thank you.